Yes, indeed.
Hello, hello, hello. We are live. Hey, kings and queens. Sandra Fenwick here, your mortgage consultant. We are live, and I am here with Mr. Rob Bailey, Bailey Heights Real Estate. He is with Leading Edge, and Rob is a superstar realtor. He's an investor, and he's also a property manager. So I asked Rob to come on and let's discuss kind of investing and what it looks like on the property management. And Rob, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, my name is Rob Bailey. I'm a real estate agent with Exit Leading Edge Realty. I've been a real estate agent. I've been a real estate agent for over 20 years. So I put my work in. I've done all of the type of transactions from commercial to probate to standard sales to foreclosures to short sales, everything, condos, single family homes, townhouses, mobile homes, everything. So I'm kind of got some experience in real estate. Then I'm an investor as well. So, I had wholesale properties, flip properties. I had also did subject to deals for some of my clients, and I had rental properties as well. So I'm also a property manager. I don't property manage my own properties. I hired a property manager, and I am a property manager. I didn't hire myself. So That's a little bit about me.
All right. Thank you so much, Rob. We appreciate that. Now, y'all see why I brought him on here. We only have the experts here. We have the mortgage experts. We have the real estate experts. And then we want to come on and give you guys the knowledge, because a lot of times we sit back and say, oh, I want to be an investor, or I want to be this, or I want to be a landlord. And we don't always know what that entails. So I bring people here that can actually share their stories and share their expertise so we can get you going. Now, you guys know I do push the DSCR loan. That's called the Debt Service Coverage Ratio loan. That loan allows you to purchase properties to rent out. You can go up to 1 to 4 units, and you can become an investor, and we don't need any income documents from you. So the rents that you will receive on the property will be your income for these types of loans. We know, and I've said it a million times on my lives, that real estate is one of the fastest ways to grow your wealth, right? So most of the billionaires have a large portfolio of real estate. We want to build wealth, generational wealth in our community. You buy properties you can pass on to your children, and then that's where it becomes generational wealth. So Rob has a plethora of knowledge on that. We did a deal recently where our client, he was self-employed. He didn't show that he made a lot of money. So we were limited on the types of properties that we can find. This man, Rob Bailey, found him the perfect house, within his budget. And
it had equity too.
And it had equity.
Yeah.
So our client was a contractor. So luckily he was able to fix the house up the way that he wanted. But Rob scoured, and he used his resources from being in this business for so long to find him the property that he wanted in the area that he wanted. So that's why I wanted Rob to come on. Now, when it comes to investing, Rob, I can get you the money to buy the property, but what's kind of the steps and the things you should look for if you are looking to purchase a property to hold and rent?
Well, the first things, after you get the money from Sandra, mortgage experts, the first thing that you need to find out is what's in your budget, and also you need to find out a good location where a person would want to rent. So the psychology of a person that wants to rent is 2 psychologies. One, that a person is going to stay there for a long time, and for 2, a person just needs to get this self into a spot so they can go to home ownership. So those are the mindsets. So you have to find out what's the mindset of the person. So if they want to buy a property to invest and find a renter, then we looking at the location of the property, how much they are qualified for. We look at the location of where the property is going to be located. And then we looking at the property. So we looking at the property, we looking to see the condition of the property. Also, I tell them about the taxes, and also I do a spreadsheet to let them know what the rents are and what their expenses are going to be. And so it's more like an amortization table that I give them prior to them purchasing the property, the rental property.
Okay. So there you have it. So the good thing about the investment piece and the DSCR loan is different from buying a residential property. You find the property first. Rob runs those numbers for you, and then he tells you what your monthly kind of expenses will look like as far as taxes, insurance, and all of that good stuff. Mm-hmm. And then as long as the rent that you're going to receive on that property covers your mortgage payment, then you qualify for it.
Oh, you good. Yeah, that's good. That's a good product. That's a daggone good loan product.
Yeah.
Because, the other side is definitely real convoluted. And another thing is that also you have to get insurance for your property. So I'm pretty sure that mortgage experts, they have insurance that they can get for your property. Also, after you get your property together, because you have to get your rental property rental ready. Mm-hmm. And what I mean by rental ready is you don't want, I would say that you buy all the same gray paint, all the same beige carpet, white paint for the trim around the baseboards and around the doors and stuff like that. So you got two colors of paint, gray and white, and you got one color carpet. So for all your properties, they're going to all look alike with the same gray paint and white trim and the beige carpet. And also, you're going to, I would suggest that your countertops and your bathroom countertops, they all granite, because you don't want the people to break them. They're going to break their head and break their body, but the countertop ain't going to break. Okay. So stuff like that. And also make sure that they get your renters insurance, stuff like that, so that you can hedge yourself from any damages that may happen.
Absolutely. Now, at Mortgage Experts, we do have insurance agents that we partner with that we can refer you to. That's so good. That part isn't a big deal. It's not a heavy part of it. But I'm glad that you brought that up, the condition of the property, because a lot of times when you're buying a rental property or a property that you're going to rent out, we look for turnkey ready properties. Right. But you can't always find a turnkey property in the area that you want to rent in. What would you say they should expect to budget for if they do find a property that they love that's going to be income producing, but they have to make some of these upgrades? Like, what's kind of the smaller end of what they'll spend?
As far as a dollar value?
Yeah, like
I would say on the small, if they can do the work themselves, which is small stuff. Mm-hmm. So I would say no more than $1,000 at the most. I was going to say like $500 at the most. Depend. For me, like I would say $1,000 because I'm going to buy a new toilet. I'm going to buy a new toilet for each bathroom. I'm going to do that. If it's not going to be a new toilet, it's going to be a new toilet seat. Okay. That's just what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get either the refrigerator professionally cleaned out, or I'm going to get another refrigerator, because that's where you put your food at. That's what I'm going to do. So but I suggest that you clean the refrigerator out, professionally clean the refrigerator out. And I suggest that if you don't want to get a new toilet, just go ahead and get new toilet seats. So that, and you want, make sure that if you don't want to paint and stuff like that, make sure that you wipe the baseboards down all around the whole thing. Wipe the base, wipe with bleach around the baseboards, because that's what's going to bring the new smell and the clean smell, the baseboards and stuff like that. So then you good from there. So again, you want to make sure that you want to make sure that your kitchen is straight. You want to make sure your bathrooms are straight. So those are the two things that you want to make straight. So about
Okay.
to $1,000.
Okay. Yeah. Because, when you buy investment properties, you do have to invest a hefty down payment sometimes, anywhere from 10 to 20%. So if you're budgeting for your down payment and your expenses like paying for appraisals and home inspections and all of that, then, you want to add fixing up your property to make it rent ready as well to your budget. So
I think that the profits that most people get from rent is it's like you're supposed to get $500 or more.
Wow.
You're supposed to get $500 or more. If you get less than $500, and this is profit, it's in your mind, it's in your hand.
Right.
You got to get $500 or more off of each property. Other than that, it's not worth it.
It's not worth it. See, this is why you need a real estate agent like this, because he's going to give you the game and school you and let you know, like teach you to be an investor. Because as a skilled investor, he's been through it. He's been there, done that, bumped his head a couple times on the wall. So now he can share his experience and knowledge with you when you're going out looking for properties.
Exactly. And I love it. I love like helping clients look for properties, investment properties and stuff like that. So I love it. I love to teach. I love to like educate the people to make sure that they're getting a good deal and stuff like that. So I love it. I breathe it. It's right here. See, it's right here.
I love it. Yeah. You've been doing it for 20 years. So real estate is an amazing industry to work in. It's an amazing industry to help our community build up our wealth, because in our community specifically, we're so behind. The wealth gap is huge. So, that's why we're here letting you know that these things are attainable if you plan properly and you have the right team on.
Exactly.
That could
trust and believe me, this Sandra Figwick is a dynamite, absolute awesome mortgage lender. She would get it done for you.
Thank you.
I am a witness.
Thank you so much, Rob. I appreciate that.
Oh no, that's the truth. That's the truth. Trust and believe. You had to close that deal.
Yeah. Because I'm really, really passionate about this. It's not just about making money for me. It is about helping out.
You are. Yeah. You really are. Because you go the extra mile for the clients.
Right. Yeah. So Rob can help you even if you want to buy, fix, and flip a property, which means you're buying it, you're fixing it up, and then you're selling it. And that's important as well, what you just said, like profit. Looking at a house that is the price that you're buying it for and the amount it's going to take you to renovate it, will equal into a profit. Because if you're doing all that, taking the time and the equity and the sweat equity to fix it up, and you don't make any money off of it, it doesn't make sense.
And that's only because if you don't make any money off of it, that's only because you purchased it wrong. You bought it wrong. So when, as an investor, when we buy houses, like when I buy a house to rehab and then put it back on the market to sell for a profit, when I go in there to buy it, I automatically know in advance, before I even put my contract out, I already know how much the house is going to be worth in like about 3 or 4 months after it's already been fixed up. So that's what you have to learn, and you have to know that prior to going in so that you don't buy the house for too much.
Right.
So it's a science to it. It's a real science to it. So y'all home owners and sellers, don't get upset if your house is damaged and you get a low ball offer, because all our investors are doing the same exact calculations. That's why all the offers are going to be the same, around the same price.
Exactly.
But don't get discouraged. It's a good look.
Absolutely. And also when you're purchasing a home to live in, you always want to put your investor's cap on there too. Because
Exactly.
you plan to live there 5, 10, 20 years, it still needs to gain equity and you still need to keep it up. You still need to do the proper renovations to add value to it. So all those things is what you look for when you're looking to purchase any type of real estate.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Because, a lot of people get into bad deals and, they end up either breaking even or being in negative equity situations. So it's important to do your research and
I
speak
think because the mortgage rates could knock a client out also, or it can help a client, you know what I'm saying? Either way. So,
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You got to get with, like you said, you got to get with a knowledgeable mortgage lender that can, have some flexibility and know how to navigate through the troubled waters, and a real estate agent that can do the same.
Yes, because the property is what's gaining the equity, right? So the interest rates are temporary. They change every day. So I would not focus on that so much, when you're looking to purchase a house, no matter whether the interest rates are 12% or they 3%. We're going to pre-approve you based upon your income and what those numbers look like. So you take that pre-approval amount, no matter what the interest rate is, and then you talk to a professional real estate agent like Rob, and then they will go help you find something that is fitting within your budget. And like our last client who had equity in his house, who came out already at the closing table with equity.
But he had 30,000.
Yeah, 30,000.
When he bought the house, he had 30,000.
But when he fixes it up, he probably next year this time he might have 100,000 in it.
Right. For his family. Yeah.
For his family. Yeah, that's to pass on or to pull out and buy another property.
And on top of that, out of all that time he did with these clients, we still cool with them. We still friends. They love us to death. They love us. That's like one of the best feelings ever.
Yeah, it's not an easy process. It's not a difficult process, but it's definitely not easy. So we have to be able to talk to our clients and ensure them that we're going to get the deal done.
Right.
Help them. Hey, be patient. It's coming.
Exactly. And let me ask you this. So when you were saying about the interest rates, it just came to me that when you purchase a house, you marry the price and date the interest rate.
Right. Marry the house.
The price is going to be there. But
right.
The interest rate can flux. You can get it. Well, we don't want to get it higher. You always want to get it lower. But you can definitely get the interest rate lower. I
always say purchasing a house is a mental thing, right? When you're ready to purchase a house, you don't really care. Just as like buying a car. I don't know, when I need a car and I go to the dealership to get a car, when they give me those long paperwork, I look at my monthly payment. Can I afford this? I rarely look at the interest rate because I know I need a car. I know I'm gonna buy a car. So the interest rate doesn't really matter to me. What matters to me is the type of car I have and if the payment is manageable.
Yeah, and the payment is manageable. Yeah.
Right. So you got to look at buying a home that way as well. When you're mentally ready to buy a house, buy the house. Don't oh man, the interest rates. I get that. You're paying more money in interest. However, after you make 7 payments on that loan, you are free to refinance that loan and get a lower interest rate.
Yeah.
Interest rates are lower at the time. Refinance and get your payments lower. If it's not, then be happy that you got the interest rate that you had.
Yeah, exactly. Because you always know that when you purchase a home, whether it's your primary home or an investment home, it is cha-ching.
Right.
Either way, because you can always, if you got a 2-bedroom condo, you can always rent out a bedroom if you need to. If you got a 1-bedroom condo, you can have somebody sit up in the living room and just have them pay rent to help them out, to help you out. As long as you got your own property.
Exactly.
So there are a lot of things that you can do to keep your property and use your property as income so that they get you over the hump and then you back at it and going again. So
remember that property is still gaining equity too.
All the time, gaining equity every day.
Every day. Then you can write off the interest at the end of the year during tax time. So a lot of times people get refunds from that. It helps. You know, if you make a lot of income, being able to write off that interest makes a huge difference. You know, you can't write off rent. You can't write off your rent payment.
And I just feel that I don't want to be liable renting a property and liable to someone else's financial situation because I'm bound to them. Because if they have any type of hardship, financial hardship, they're not going to be homeless. They're going to come to the rental property. I'm going to be homeless.
Right. I've seen
if something happens financially, they got to sell the property. They're not going to be homeless. They're going to sell the property. I'm going to be homeless.
Right.
Gray headed me, like I ain't trying to be living like that. Nah, I'm smart, damn.
Right. So we know everybody is not in a position to purchase a house. We understand that. But what we're telling you is it's possible and we can help you do it, is where I'm going with that. So I'm glad you said that. Go ahead. No, I'm glad you said that because that was a good segue into the next thing I wanted you to discuss, like the property management piece of it. Because purchasing a property to rent out is not an easy task. Some people just say, "I'll buy a house and collect my rent," but you don't understand, right? What it entails, managing that property, keeping it up with the maintenance. The tenants might damage something, replacing appliances while you're in there, and flipping the house once that tenant moves out and messes up your property. All of those things come with property management. Now, you can very well manage your own property. However, do you want those 2 a.m. calls and, hey, my toilet backed up? Or do you want to bring in a property management company? You know, so Rob can tell us a little bit about his experience in property management. Like, what do you suggest? Is it hard to manage a property, or are you suggesting a property management company? What does that look like?
Well, I feel that that I'm a real estate agent for years. So, and I have rental properties. So I hired a property manager to manage my own personal properties because the reason why is because I know some of the tenants and I really don't want to like dealing with the tenants because they know me and they know how I am. So I don't want that. I just need to go in between us. So you deal with him and whatever he say, that's how we going. So that's for my own properties. And once again, I suggest that you hire a property manager to manage your properties and take all that weight and all that stuff. Because I'm gonna give you a story. The reason why. And I do property management for my clients' properties because they don't want to do it. They don't want to go out and get repairs done and call contractors and meet the contractors at the property and gotta wait because they be late or the client's not home and they won't let you in or the clients are late. So you got to sit there and wait. Then you got to make sure that the contractor does the work the proper way. You got to make sure that your client, which is the landlord, you got to make sure that they straight so that they don't overpay for materials or services that may be done. So it's a lot to it. So I suggest that's why I don't want to do it for my own properties. However, I do it to get paid because most of my clients that have rental properties, they work every day. So they don't really have time to do that stuff, or they're out looking for more rental properties. So I really suggest that if you do get some rental properties, to hire a property manager. And a good property manager, the questions that you ask for a good property manager, the one question that I ask is, what is your process to get bad tenants out? That's the one thing that I need. What's your process to get bad tenants out? So once I understand that, then I understand how good the property manager is.
Wow. That's great. That's great to know, because on what I do on another job that I work is housing navigation, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I deal with people, my clients, if they're calling their landlord and reporting maintenance issues and it's not being addressed, then I have to step in and work with that landlord to get those maintenance issues addressed. And you would be surprised. There are large, huge management companies that are the worst. Like there's one big company. I'm not going to name their name, but they're being sued right now by the department, the State Department, because of the condition of their properties. They get
a huge one, right?
A huge, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We probably have at least like 20 clients in properties of theirs around DC. Ooh. And the conditions of the units, the mice, roach infestation, the heat isn't working, the water goes out every other week. I mean, it's just really, really disheartening to see. And I'm in it, right? And I see all of the terrible, terrible property managers. But I'm also blessed to work with great property managers who, when I call, if I even have to call, hey, such and such has been trying to get in touch with you, I'll send somebody over there to do it right now. I'll call the plumber right now. I'm going to call the electrician right now. We'll have it done right now. Mm-hmm. She's scheduled for pest inspection. We're going to go over and see where the mice is coming in, and we're going to plug them holes and put down traps. So there are a lot of good property managers, but it's important, like Rob said, to interview your property manager just to kind of see what their systems are, because this is your property. So if the property manager isn't doing what they need to do, it's still going to fall back on you at the end of the day. Because if they get to calling DOB and you start getting fines and all of that you have to pay those.
Yeah, you have to pay that. And so that was a good thing that you had said, because a lot of these property so-called landlords don't have renting licenses.
Right. Oh, okay. What's the name of that license again?
It's a rental license.
A rental license. Okay.
It's a rental license, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only way, if you get a renter's license, that's the only way that you could take your client to court to get them evicted with a renter's license. But when you get a renter's license, the housing authority is going to inspect your property to make sure that everything is straight. So it's good for your landlord and it's good for the tenant as well.
Absolutely.
So that's why I say that make your property, I always say Section 8 friendly. Make it Section 8 friendly, you good. You straight.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And of course, I could find you the renter.
Absolutely. I definitely have. Hey, any investors got some properties in DC, hit me up. I got
for sure.
For sure, please hit me up. But yeah, this was a great conversation, Rob. Thank you so much for joining me. I know you have a lot of expertise, and I always call you when I have questions about these things.
Oh, say I'm right with. Y'all know that I only have one loan officer, and that's Miss Sandra Finley. You know that? I tell everybody that we get it done. So, yeah.
Thank you, Rob. But yeah, mortgage. So if you're an investor, you're a skilled investor, I have so many different programs for you. Whether you're flipping, buying land to build, whether you're buying a buy and hold property. If you're new to the business, it's always best to buy in an LLC. All of these loans, they prefer to put the loan in the LLC name. You can buy in your personal name, but now you want that LLC or that corporation to be liable for that property. Mm-hmm. So, it's best to go ahead and do your LLC. If you don't have experience, when it comes to fixing and flipping, you need more experience to get a good deal or a good loan. I can still get it done for you, but you need experience. So that's where you partner up with other investors like Rob people, so you have 3 people on your articles of organization. One got the credit, one got the money, one got the experience. And now y'all good to go. You get a great deal. You put your 10, 15% down. You flip that property, make your money, and move on to the next one. So those are resources. Rob's insurance guy can help you get a life insurance. Yeah, you can invest in that life insurance policy, then take money out of there. You're your own bank now to do your down payment to buy these properties. So we have so many resources here. Rob has the knowledge to be able to help you find the right properties that are good investments for you. Rob can help you with the property management piece as well. So give us a call, reach out. Rob, tell them how they can reach you.
You can reach me on social media. Of course, I'm on Facebook, old Facebook. So that's Bailey Heights Real Estate. You can reach me on IG, Instagram, Bailey Heights. My phone number is 202-553-5661. That's 202-553-5661. I'm with Exit Leading Edge. That's the brokerage that I'm with, licensed in Maryland, DC. And you can just catch me out. Just catch me out. I'm out here. So, or you can call Sandra and say, "Who was that guy?" Either way.
That's what I was going to say. Feel free to comment under any of these posts. With no matter what social media you have, you are watching this on. You can comment. Now we'll get back to you. DM us. DM me. I can give you Rob's contact information. I got him on speed dial. My work cell is 301-965-1155. If you have questions, if you're ready to get started, let's go.
That's right.
The investment in, you work with Rob first to find the property, and then we get the financing for you. So just remember, that's kind of a flip way.
Right.
If you want to buy a house to live in, you come see me first. I pre-approve you. Then I send you over to Rob.
Yep.
That'll work. Right.
It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure. I appreciate you coming on. And if you guys need anything, hit us up. All right. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day.
See ya.